Welcome to my latest video. This is less of a what if and more about talking about a character. I talked with someone on Discord about this, and well, it gave me an idea for this video. What if Taskmaster, well, it's not really a what if, but if Taskmaster was a teacher at UA, would he be better than Aizawa at teaching the students there? Would he be better at teaching Bakugo or Deku, for example? Well, I'll give it to you. Taskmaster is not peak human. He's not on the same level as Captain America. He's a little bit superior to them, and due to his powers of photographic reflexes, it increases his ability to win by allowing him to copy all of their physical attributes like striking speed, their techniques, and their overall skills, from running, swordsmanship, anything really. Example being with Hawkeye, he's a master archer. He can copy Hawkeye's skills and, well, everything around the table. Taskmaster can also decipher a person's weakness and use that to his advantage, being able to use that by watching a person fight or just by watching a recording of someone. He did this on a TV and copied the movements of football players and cowboys that he sees in movies. So, would he be better than Aizawa, though, combatively? Like, would he be a better hero teacher, teaching them how to fight villains? Well, I'll bring up the best example, probably, and this would be Momo. Momo would learn more hand-to-hand skills and would probably be the best learner there, as she's incredibly academic and already is good with weapons. So add that on with Taskmaster's teachings and him giving her his notes, and plus he does lose his memories if he stores in too much combat information. Everything else that isn't combat related just gets pushed out. So Momo would sort of be his assistant in a way. She would learn how to create things from different spots on her body, particularly not just cannons, but particular weapons like knives, blades, and certain things on the periodic table. Why do I say this? Well, overall, Momo has a horrible kit. Now everyone will type furiously in the comments section, but basically this is what I mean. She has zero skill when it comes to doing anything creative with her powers. Example being creating a small bomb or a jetpack. Although that might be super complex, with her powers, the sky is essentially the limit. And she can make tungsten and she can make cannons. So it does grant the credence of her being able to create strong materials and combustion-based attacks, like with, the cannon. So, what's the problem with this then? Why can't she? Why is Taskmaster not good at this? Well, it's because a lot of people would say, oh, but he doesn't have any powers. No, he just needs to watch them. He needs an explanation, and then he learns and teaches them how to do better. The perfect example would be Momo. Then you add on to more complicated measures. being Ida. Taskmaster would essentially show him how to be more acrobatic, showing him how to essentially he would base his movements off of the likes of Spider-Man and Sabretooth, trying to teach Ida how to not just be a good runner with his kicks, but be acrobatic. And a great idea that I get from his kicks, as we see, I believe, when they are fighting the when Ida is helped by the other students, he launches himself at Vigilante Deku. All he needs is a little bit of ground to get off the air to fly. This sort of velocity would also increase his power and also would help with redirection, as any sort of movement midair would, well, be pretty good. Taskmaster himself also can do and improvise new moves on the fly, like when he slams his sword into the ground, creating a massive shockwave to disable Spider-Man and Miles Morales. So that's what I'm getting at. Taskmaster can essentially pick them apart, even with their powers, and find out new ways to teach them and how to unlock their potential. Then people would ask me, well, what about Shoto? What about him? The truth is, Shoto is actually pretty strong, and that Taskmaster would be slightly hesitant in teaching him, mainly because he's somewhat good as it is. But it doesn't help when wanting to learn. So, Taskmaster, I think his approach would be trying to show him how to be more defensive with his powers, because most of his abilities are based off of long-ranged attacks. He could create plumes of fire that would be able to stretch far and create waves. This is mainly to help counter opponents that try to do rushdown type attacks like Stain, because as seen with Stain, if it wasn't for Deku or Ida jumping in the way and kicking Stain away, Shoto would have lost an arm, and he also did get scratched on the cheek. So there is that. Going up against a quite springy opponent would do that against, would essentially give him the L. So, handing it over to a more complex set, that being Bakugo. Bakugo doesn't use his moves, his powers all that well. Sorry for all those, hoping that I would say that Taskmaster wouldn't teach him all that well, trying to argue with me, but Taskmaster would essentially be able to do the same thing he did with Shoto and Ida, but with Bakugo. Acrobatic skills, dissecting his moves, allowing him to create more wide and varying abilities. He can create explosions on any part of his body. Why not do a beam out of your mouth? It can work. Just saying. And then he also could do one-handed type of stuff, more springy type of combat. And adding on with the Spider-Man stuff and Daredevil type stuff, he would essentially help Bakugo gain this sort of free-flowy type movement and gain maximum momentum, like with Ida. Then you head down to Deku, and you essentially get Spider-Man, in a sense. So, Taskmaster would kind of teach him to be like Spider-Man, in a sense. Show him how give him a wide set of skills and overall a better look on his instincts. Spider-Man doesn't really fight with pure martial skill. He more or less goes in with pure instinct. And yes, a lot of people would say, but Spider-Man learned martial arts from Shang-Chi. He literally said, I think it was right after the Superior Octopus arc. No, not Superior Octopus, Superior Spider-Man arc. Spider-Man says to Shang-Chi, sorry, I forgot everything. So, then moving in with Deku, you essentially get, uh, I wouldn't say copy of Spider-Man, but I would say a version of Spider-Man that can produce a lot more raw damage. Being able to spring all over the place, create massive craters, and erupt the ground with punches, and then spring off the uh, ground like jumping off of pieces of rock that fly in the air after punching it and springing off of them. This would essentially make all his moves more, I would say, fluid, because all his fights, it's all very improvised, and with Taskmaster's skills and training and teachings, I think he would be the one in control of the fight instead of the one reacting. He will be the one acting. So those are my thoughts on Taskmaster's skills, how he would sort of pair off and be an overall superior teacher to the students at UA. But if you don't think I did well explain how much of a better teacher Taskmaster would be, let me know down below in the comments section. I am happy to talk to you, and hit that bell to know when I put out a new video. Hit subscribe if you're new, hit the like button if you like the video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.